All right, let's now look at an example where we're told to solve so we might have one, we might have two, or it might not be possible to solve it. We're told that B is equal to 4, C is equal to 3, and the angle B is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, so again, since I know both the angle B and the side B, I'm going to use this form of the law of sines, and I have partial information for C. So that's going to give me sine of 40 divided by 4 is equal to sine of C, which we don't know, divided by 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So multiply everything by 3. And this side is going to be 3 times sine of 40 all over 4. And here the 3's will cancel, and I'm just going to be left with sine of C. Now my goal is to find C, so I'm going to take the inverse sine of both sides. And your calculator will only give you one answer for this if it exists. If this number in here is bigger than 1, then it won't exist. But if it exists, there are two possibilities, so we have to account for both possibilities. Okay, so let's get our calculator up here. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Okay, you can see here it's in degree mode. So I want the inverse sine of 3 times sine of 40, close parentheses for 40, divided by 4, close parentheses for inverse sine. Now for angles, we take those to one decimal place, and so I get a possibility for my angle C that it's 28.8 degrees. So that is the acute angle that my graphing calculator gives me. There is a second possibility that lives in quadrant 2, and I find that by taking 180 and subtracting what I got for C1. Okay, and so let me do that. So my second possibility is 151.2. But the three angles of a triangle have to total up to 180. And I don't know what A is yet, but I do know that B is 40. And this C2, that's going to be too much because that's going to put me over 180 just from that. And so this second possibility is not going to work because it'll be too big. The angle will be too big. So I only have one value for C, and so I'll only name it C1 and C2 if there were two of them. So this will only yield one triangle. And the one triangle, so far, we have to solve it. And so I'm just going to write up here. Now we have that C is 28.8 degrees. Okay. And I can find the rest of this. What else do I need to solve? I need to find the angle A and the side A. So now I'm still going to use B for my information. Now this will give me A. And what is my angle A? Well, It's going to be 180 minus B minus C. So I'll have 180 minus 40 minus 28.8. And so my angle A is going to be 111.2. And so I will also add that up into here of stuff that we have found. Okay. And so now my final calculation, I'm going to have sine of B divided by B is equal to sine of A divided by side A, and we don't know what that is. That's what we want to find. So I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to have sine 40 times A, but I'm going to put the A out the front, is equal to 4 times sine of 101.2, and then divide both sides by sine of 40. And so after cancellation, I'll have A, and with sides you take them to 2 decimal places if it's not specified. So 111.2 divided by sine of 40. And that gives me 5.80 if I take that to 2 places. And so up here, I can complete this. And so now I have solved this triangle. My initial information was in black, and we got one triangle out of that. And that ends this video.